10 reasons why your green card is going to take much longer in October 2025, moving all the way through the end of the year. In this video, we'll talk about new operation from USCIS known as Twin Shield, where they're going to be checking, vetting, making life of immigrants very, very complicated. And as a result, your green card will take much longer. What is this operation? Who is being impacted? All in this video. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. In this video, we'll talk about Operation Twin Shield, also known as the biggest vetting, checking operation of USCIS in the last decade. I'm going to give you 10 reasons why green cards are going to take much longer and what we can do to try to speed up things for you guys to make sure that your case is not going to be delayed because you're watching my videos. So what is Operation Twin Shield and who is being impacted? This is an operation they launched in a few USCIS centers in the Midwest, and now they're expanding it across the country. What they're doing there, they're vetting, they're cross-checking, they're investigating many, many cases. This is including marriage cases, removal of condition 751, and even citizenship cases. There have been also reports that they investigated also some employment-based cases. Based on their first investigation, where they done in a few offices in the Midwest, they find out there have been a lot of fraud in marriage cases, citizenship, and even some employment-based cases. And they released those reports on USCIS website. You can Google Operation Twin Shield and you'll see the results of this investigation. But as a result of this and what's happening moving forward, it is going to impact your cases unless you understand what this operation is about, what they're looking for, so you'll be able to prepare your cases much better to avoid being investigated or being delayed in the process. Because this is a recent operation, we think that these backlogs are going to build up moving forward. So from October 2025 all the way to beginning of 2026, you'll see the impact of these operations. So let's talk about what are the results of this investigation, these operations, this further scrutiny on applicants like you who are going through the immigration process or trying to get into the system. Number one, heightened scrutiny across the board. USCIS is going to start applying more rigorous cross-checking on different applicants. They're going to be using advanced data analytics to verify information that you give them or data that you present to them. And this is going to be implemented initially in family-based petitions and later on in employment-based petitions. So, if you're looking at the average marriage-based petition where you go to an interview, you provide documents, they might investigate some of your bank accounts or some of the other evidence you provide, and maybe even send agents to your home to interview your neighbors and other family members. What is going to happen as a result? Obviously, you're going to see more delays. Number two, extended processing times as a result. In cases that are routed for further verification, expect delays of months and even years until they reach conclusions. We believe that the timeline for marriage-based green cards and other family-based petitions that are filed in the United States is going to be stretched from 12 months at the moment to over 24 to 36 months in the next year and a half. Number three, increase in requests for evidence. You will see as the result of this operation, applicants will be facing more requests for evidence, more notices of intent to deny, and more denials. They're going to want people to actually prove more their relationship when you apply for marriage-based cases, verify their bona fides, good moral character for naturalization. And we're dealing with employment-based cases, they're going to go back into your taxes and try to verify that you didn't work without authorization. Number four, mandatory interviews. More cases, in fact, more than 85% of cases will be sent for interviews, mandatory interviews. Cases that have red flags, large age difference, people that got married right after they met, people that got married after they arrived to the United States. In employment-based cases, applicants that worked on the side based on their tax returns. You'll see more and more mandatory interviews, and this is something that we already see right now for applicants. And of course, home visits will follow those mandatory interviews. Number five, higher denial rate across the board of cases. Suspicious patterns, for example, people that file marriage petitions from the same address, multiple application from the same address, from the same building where people are residing, maybe it was planned. They can see that using the technology to verify data. People that use very few documents to prove their eligibility, whether for marriage-based petition, employment-based cases. Those are going to be denied outright without even asking for requests for evidence. Number six, there's a big resource strain on USCIS at the moment, and that's not going to help processing your cases. When focus on fraud detection, this agency is now becoming an enforcement agency, not just adjudication. They're going to be able to detain people at interviews and do more things that they couldn't have done before. Now, before we move to the next point, which is very important, I want to ask you a big favor. If you're watching my videos but you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show these videos to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text to 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationsap.com. Leave your details and one of our team members will contact you ASAP. And now, let's go back into the video. Point number 7, improved fraud detection on behalf of the service. They'll be able to detect fraudulent applications much faster and get regular cases out. What that means for you, it means that if you provide the evidence they need, for example, more documents about bona fide marriage, more document about the fact that you're eligible for the benefit of employment, more documents to show good moral character for citizenship, then these officers will be able to adjudicate your cases faster and put you in the pile that doesn't require more vetting, doesn't require more investigation. Right now, the key is more documents, be more organized, and provide to them everything in the beginning versus asking and waiting for requests for evidence, which may never come. It is essential for you to be organized. It is essential for you to be as detail oriented as possible so they get a full file. And once they do, they'll pass you to the good side and you're never going to be subjected to these increased vettings and potentially getting denied or investigated. Number 8, what is the impact on specifically family-based immigration? Cases like F2A, F4 cases where they do find some fraud will be delayed significantly. Now we already have people wait 2-3 years to immigrate their green card spouse. Well, with this increased vetting, it's going to take even longer. And we think it's going to impact the wait time at embassies as well, because if cases take longer to be adjudicated by USCIS, it will take them longer to send those cases to the US Embassy through NVC, which in turn are not going to schedule interviews on time, which in turn is going to increase the backlogs in the wait time. So, as I mentioned before, if you will submit complete files to I-130 USCIS, they will move those cases faster to the National Visa Center. And once you get to the National Visa Center, also give them all the documents on day one, financial documents, birth certificates, civic documents. You cannot afford any agency to delay your case for investigation to 2-1G, further admin processing. You can't afford that. Therefore, clear processing early on is the key to make sure that your family petition is not going to be impacted. Number 9, what is the message to applicants from the government? They want you to be more careful. They want you to be more accurate. They want you to send them very organized, clear, understanding documents for them to be able to adjudicate. It is going to be a requirement for you to use the right forms, the right order, to send it to the right address. Any minor mistakes, they will use to deny your case. They have the power right now. This is what we see from this, operation that they launched a couple of weeks ago, which obviously started even earlier, but the results came out just recently, is that they need you to follow the rules. They need you to read the instructions. They need you to send them files that are full, complete, with all the evidence. If you don't, they have the power to just flat out deny you. And if you don't have status at the time you get denied, guess what? You will be placed in removal proceedings. So it is very simple. If you do what you're supposed to do, prepare documents correctly, go to an attorney for second opinion if you don't want to use an attorney, use an attorney if you can afford it, you will be fine. But if you don't follow their instructions, if you don't follow the rules and your case is messed up, you will get denied. And if you're out of status, they'll simply put you in deportation. Number 10, this is a broad systematic change in the entire system, starting with USCIS, moving the State Department, CBP, ICE, everybody's changing the way they do business right now. It's going to move to stricter biometric requirements, stricter adjudication, vetting, and it's going to reshape how USCIS and other agencies work together, how they adjudicate cases, and they go from just being a processor to an enforcer. And for you guys, the need to be scared is just not there. You shouldn't be scared. What you should do is be proactive. How can I make my file more clear to the officers? How can I provide more evidence than I need? How can I be as accurate as I can to make sure that when I send my case over there, it will be approved? That's your job. And that's where we're here to come and help you and other attorneys who are sitting here every single day trying to fight for clients. So if you need help, you send me a text 619-483-4549 or go to www.immigrationsap.com, leave your details, and one of our team members will contact you. And as always, share my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.